Lesson 8, Boundaries. Hello everyone, today we're discussing emotional blackmail, a concept introduced by British psychologist Susan Forward in the 1990s. She published a book titled Emotional Blackmail. What is emotional blackmail? It occurs when someone displays their suffering to gain benefits or recognition, such as saying, "I'm miserable, I'll die without you," or "I'm in pain, I miss you," hoping to make you dependent, pleasing, and meeting their needs. This isn't legal blackmail, but rather achieving goals through emotional manipulation. This concept is based on the Karpman triangle, drama triangle, proposed by American clinical psychologist Stephen Karpman in 1968. In all unhealthy relationships, there are typically three roles: victim, persecutor, and rescuer. Notably, one person can play all three roles in the same relationship. For example, a wife might feel victimized while her husband becomes her rescuer, or a traditional mother might feel the need to rescue her son, but as she helps more, the son becomes more irresponsible, ultimately making the mother both persecutor and victim. Stephen Karpman pointed out that all rescuers eventually become victims. This is very common in intimate relationships and parent-child relationships. From my observation, I would say 80% of significant relationships involve some degree of drama triangle and emotional blackmail. People often need love and recognition but won't express it directly, instead showing their pain to make others feel guilty to achieve their goals. How should we view this drama triangle? It's worth asking yourself three questions. First, which role do I most commonly play in all my important relationships? Victim, persecutor, or rescuer? We usually play all three roles, which may shift in different relationships. For example, one might be a persecutor to their spouse, a victim to their father, and a rescuer to their boss. These three roles attract each other. When I feel like a rescuer, I attract victims and might encounter persecutors. The second question is, what are the benefits and costs of playing this role? Each role has its benefits. Rescuers feel noble, loving, and needed, but they also neglect their own needs, often feel wronged, and become exhausted. Victims can avoid responsibility but feel miserable, even believing in their misery, leading to physical and mental exhaustion. Persecutors feel powerful but may eventually find themselves alienated from others. The third question is, what's my way out? What kind of relationship do I truly desire? If I don't want to play these three roles, what can I do? We should become fully responsible creators, which requires establishing healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries aren't about drawing strict lines, but about caring for and valuing others while maintaining our own bottom lines, saying no with love. First, relax and close your eyes, feel the most important relationships in your life, think about what roles you played in your most painful past relationships, what price you paid, and decide to change. Because if you don't have the intention to change, no one can help you change. Conversely, if you have the determination to change, no one can stop you. I want to share three important distinctions with everyone. When we can distinguish these three things, we can break free from the drama triangle and stop playing the roles of victim, persecutor, rescuer, pleaser, or taker, and become responsible creators instead. The first distinction is responsibility. There are only three things in the world: my business, your business, and God's business. We often carry others' responsibilities, thinking it's noble, but it's actually irresponsible. When I carry your responsibilities, it only makes you more irresponsible and makes me more suffering and distorted. We need to understand that we are responsible for our own responsibilities, which helps us maintain inner peace and ease, even when facing irresponsible people or criticism. The second distinction is interpretation. Is this your interpretation or mine? When we hear uncomfortable or irresponsible words, we need to remind ourselves, this is your story, not my story, this is your interpretation, not my interpretation. This way, we won't be controlled by others' opinions and can maintain inner peace and confidence. The third distinction is boundaries. Healthy boundaries aren't about drawing strict lines, but about caring for and respecting others while maintaining our own bottom lines. Even when others make mistakes or attack us, we can still bless them. The key to healthy boundaries is being clear about our emotional bottom lines and taking responsibility for ourselves. Don't overpromise, don't pretend to be nice, but be consistent and authentic. Emotional blackmail is very common in life. Broadly speaking, any behavior that displays one's pain to satisfy one's needs can be considered emotional blackmail. Such behavior traps us in the drama triangle, from which we ultimately cannot escape. Stephen Karpman points out that the only way out is to step out of the drama triangle. Finally, I hope this series can help everyone. We need to be honest with ourselves, stop pretending to be nice, and be our authentic selves. Everyone has a most pure part inside, which is our divinity and true nature. As long as we are genuinely ourselves, we will attract more people who love and respect us.